Let's get right to him. Todd Starnes.
Radio reporter Todd Starnes.
Does that make me crazy?
Well, I've been busy waxing my dinghy.
Does that make me crazy?
Smoking pot from a bong.
Does that make me crazy?
You can get free hookers, just don't decorate them with Christmas ornaments.
Usually what happens is if Todd Starnes is there, it's some kind of catastrophe. So,
Yeah, hey, I got to go down. We got to get some ribs or something.
Oh, yes, and we might get those ribs after all. Todd Starnes possibly making a stop in St. Louis sooner rather than later to promote the awesome book, The Deplorables Guide to Making America Great Again. Todd Starnes, how you doing, brother?
Jamie Allman doing well. And by the way, the book was so deplorable, USA Today put it on their bestseller list.
I love it. That's fantastic. Well, congratulations, first of all. And secondly, it was interesting to see, I actually tweeted her back when Chelsea Clinton was apparently coming up with a difficult time coming up with an adjective to describe horribleness. And she even tweeted out, I said, I need a thesaurus. I'm going, wait a minute. Your family's famous for coming up with famous words, and how did you miss this one? I said, how about using the word deplorable? Your mom used it and worked out swimmingly for her.
Or Daddy. He's pretty deplorable.
Yeah, some people actually did do that. They did do that. They didn't do Daddy though. I thought that was that is a horrible thing for you to say, but brilliant. But brilliant. I saw you on TV earlier talking away with the Fox and Friends crew.
Yeah, they got me all spackled up there, and we were talking about the mainstream media, the folks with the perfect skin and the perfectly coiffed hair, and how they're going after Donald Trump, this media bias. And a lot of folks have been trying to figure out, is there really media bias? And all you got to do, Jamie, is actually look at the evidence. I mean, what is it? 7% of working journalists, consider themselves to be Republican. Only about 8% actually go to church every now and again. And then when you look at when you look at those numbers, you sort of understand why they hold all of us gun-toting, Bible-clinging deplorables in contempt.
Well, they really are just an apparatus of the Democratic Party. I mean, it's very clear how they're working this. And I love how now the big thing is that, boy, Donald Trump sure has had a tumultuous first 32 days. I'm thinking, well, thanks to you, yeah, of course, because you're interviewing every kook on the planet every time they open their mouth about Donald Trump. The latest is this effort on the part of these couple of senators, one of them, Stuart Smalley, or whatever his name is, who now want to invoke the 25th Amendment to demand that President Trump be psychoanalyzed. I mean, this is baloney.
Oh, of course it is. And Jamie, I don't know if you happen to have any 50 Shades of Grey music or any kind of romance music around, but I wanted to read something from the New York Times because we have to remind people about how much they loved and how much they were infatuated with President Obama. Remember when the New York Times waxed poetically about the flossing habits of President Obama. He was comfortable flossing in front of his body man, Reggie Love. But here's my most favorite comment from the New York Times. This is an actual quote from a New York Times story about President Obama on his 50th birthday. His brow is mostly smooth, his chin firm, his neck taut.
Wow.
That's the New York Times.
I mean, that is unbelievable.
Somebody just choked on their Fruit Loops. My apologies.
This is crap.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And then you have all these stories, including this Homeland Security National Guard fake news story, the story about Russia. I'm shocked they haven't tied the death of that Russian ambassador yet to the Trump people, but eventually they will, I'm sure.
Well, give it some time, because look, these people, they want to take down Donald Trump's presidency. That's what they want to do here. And so, yes, the fake news people really are the enemy of we the people, those deplorable Americans. They can't stand us, and they're not too fond of President Trump either.
Well, it's clear that any kind of criticism waged toward them is some kind of undermining of the First Amendment, which, of course, it has nothing to do with that whatsoever, and there's no attempt to silence their voices. It's just an attempt to refute them.
And real quick, look, a perfect example. They were giving Mrs. Trump grief because she dared utter the Lord's Prayer. Meanwhile, they got thousands of Muslims out there doing the Muslim call to prayer in Times Square. That's okay, but God forbid you deliver the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah, next time, President Trump, bring a mat. That's all we want you to do. All right, buddy.
Sweet Lord.
At Todd Starnes, ToddStarnes.com, the Deplorables Guide to Making America Great Again. Keep us posted on when you're going to be in St. Louis, because we, of course, will welcome you with open arms, my friend.
Sounds, cannot wait, Jamie, cannot wait.
With open arms and a mat. And a Bible.
Can you do that with ribs?
We're ecumenical. All right, buddy. Next time is ToddStarnes.com, at Todd Starnes. That's not where the fun ends, though, folks, because coming up at 7 o'clock, we've got our Justin Moore and Lee Bryce ticket giveaway coming along. Also, Nickelback. How'd the phones do yesterday on Nickelback there, Katie?
Oh, they loved it.
Oh, they are? They're into it?
Awesome. I think it's just because you said, look at the photograph. That's the main reason why people call.
Yeah, we've got Nickelback and the Daughtry tickets to give away. That's going to be fabulous for you. Doug Giles as well. And plus your phone calls. Also, more on the media and more on what happened with those people who boarded the airplanes in New York without ever being checked, and the newest in immigration edicts, all out this morning.